everyone. My name is Nate. This is Throttle Only. This is a Lexus IS 350. Let's go. All right, everyone. So this is the Lexus IS 350 F Sport with this beautiful new front fascia. This is what the key fob looks like. Pretty standard lock, unlock, hold to unlock the trunk there, and then your panic button as well. Look at how good this thing looks from the front. I will say these daytime running lights are extremely bright. I absolutely love it. So this color is Cloudburst Gray. MSRP for this vehicle is $45,560 if you were to buy one in 2023. It has a 3.5 liter V6 engine. It also has an 8-speed automatic transmission. It pushes out 311 horsepower, 280 foot-pounds of torque, and this model is rear-wheel drive. It weighs about 3,900 pounds, and your fuel economy is 20 miles per gallon in the city and 28 miles per gallon on the highway. Let's go ahead and go back to the front here, which is for sure the best looking part of this vehicle, especially with those red seats you can see behind there. So starting with the hood, you can see these little indents here, and here. Gives it a very nice dimension from the front, but at this specific angle it kind of looks like it's offset. And in this Cloudburst Gray color, there are a pretty good amount of sparkles in the paint as well. Looks very good. Coming on down to these daytime running lights, like I said before, these things are extremely bright. I'm all about road presence, and these for sure give you some nice road presence, especially from afar. One thing I do not like about them, however, is there are standard LED bulbs for your turn signals. I think they could have done a lot better. Perhaps if they just replaced these like they do on the Mercedes C43 AMG, a lot of other vehicles as well. Coming down to this grille, I love this spindle grille. It looks very good, especially in black, matching with this Cloudburst Gray color. You do have some fake venting here on the side, on either side here, but you do have real venting just below that. And then, of course, you do have that beautiful Lexus badge, and that is going to have all of your adaptive cruise goodies kept all inside of there. All right, let's go ahead and look at the side of the vehicle. Have some very nice wheels here as well. And some black chrome. I think black chrome looks so good. You have F Sport badge as well on the side. Some more contouring here on the lower half to give it a little bit dimension. And then you have a nice body line coming across there as well. You do have the mirrors in a similar chrome color as well. And they do have the side indicators on them as well. They also come with blind spot monitoring. Looking at the door handles, you can unlock the door handles or lock the door handles by pushing this here. And you can only do that in the front, however. Moving on to the back, you have a nice wing. It is in black, and it sticks out just a little bit. You have your Lexus badge here, and you have this giant rear tail light here. I do have it on for you. And then you have your standard F Sport badge to let everyone know that you are driving a sportier model. IS 350 badge on the other side, parking sensors, diffuser, and your dual exhaust. Let's see how this dual exhaust sounds. All right, so I have the hood pop. Let's take a look at this 3.5 liter V6 engine. Nice cover on top. Very packed engine bay. Okay, so let's see how much trunk space there is in this car. Of course, there are 3 ways to open the trunk. You can open it in the front, you can use your key fob, and you can use the button in the rear. We'll go ahead and use the button in the rear, just next to the reverse camera. Comes with a nice net. Nice opening as well. Option to fold down the seats. The rear seats do fold down in this model. Go ahead and place your hand here and push, pull, and both of the seats will come down. We'll go ahead and take a look at how much space there is with both of those seats down. As you can see, a pretty long pass through. However, there is a hump, so that may make it a little difficult to get bigger items into. All right, so let's see how much room there is. Sitting behind myself, I am 6'1". I do have the seat adjusted how I would sit in the driver's seat. First thing, getting in, these seats are extremely plush and comfortable. As far as headroom, there is a decent amount of headroom. However, I do hit my head on the way in and out. There is some small contours in the front seat that allow your knees to kind of bend in there, as well as your legs. However, my shoes are touching the very bottom of the front seat. All right, so coming up to the vehicle, I have the door already open. We'll go ahead and look at this door panel here. Very nice black leather on the top here. You have some nice plush red leather down below as well. There's some cross hatching there as the Lexus pattern. And then you have your window controls, your lock, your unlock, and your mirror controls as well. Down below that, you have your speaker system and some storage space as well. Going into the vehicle, you have an F Sport badge there. Nice Lexus floor mats. You have aluminum dead pedal, aluminum brake pedal, and your throttle as well. Looking at these beautiful red leather seats, there are automatic controls as well as your lumbar. It does have heated and ventilated options as well. And looking at your center console, you can lift it by pushing this button here. You have a good amount of storage inside. You have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, so you will have to use your wire to connect. This is also very comfortable as well, very plush like the rest of this red leather interior. Looking at the rest of what is in the center, you do have some cup holders on the side. You do have your Lexus trackpad to adjust your infotainment. You do have your shift lever, and then you have multiple options for your drive modes, including Eco, Normal, Sport, Snow. You can toggle off your traction and then also hold your brake. Coming up a little bit further, you do have your heated and ventilated seating options, as well as a heated steering wheel. And working your way up, we have a nice power and volume control knob, as well as a tuning knob on the other side. This model does have a CD player. You have your hazard lights there, and then all of your AC controls. Your AC controls are a touch dial like so. And then you have a nice LCD display here as well. Some nice hard buttons as well. Coming up from that, you do have a nice clock here that is analog. You do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in this vehicle as well. I would solely recommend just using one of those two. The navigation in this vehicle is not very good. If you were to use your maps right here or your menu, it'll toggle here. And you can adjust everything using this trackpad, but the trackpad does not correlate with what you want very well whatsoever. It does have a tactile sound and haptic feedback as well, which you can disable. However, I find it just easier to stick with Apple CarPlay. You can adjust climate settings as well here. You basically will use this trackpad here as if it is a real computer mouse. Double tap or hard press to actually click on something specific. All right, so now looking at this steering wheel, you do have the Lexus logo in the center. You do have an F Sport badge just below that. You also have paddle shifters in the back and some red contrast stitching with this perforated leather steering wheel. You have media controls up here, phone controls here, adaptive cruise control settings there, as well as a toggle button for your center area here. And you can also use this button to adjust that as well. Cruise control, to activate that, you use this lever here. So let's go ahead and look in this center here. So as I shut the door here, that will disappear. And I can toggle the complete menu here. And this will essentially just give you all of your safety goodies that you can either turn on or off depending on how you would like to drive. Now, if I push this button here one more time, it will go back to your normal screen. You can, of course, adjust your drive modes from the center console that I showed earlier. You have Eco, Sport, and if you push down, you have normal mode. Now, to adjust this small area here, you can use this control area here. And there are certain menus you can choose as well. All right, so that pretty much wraps up the interior of this Lexus. All right, so let's take this thing for a drive and let's see how it feels. Currently, I am in Eco mode. There are 3 modes: Eco, Normal, and Sport. I started off on Eco. It's very comfortable. Getting in, the seats are very plush. It reminds me of a Tesla Model 3 or a Y, how comfortable these seats are. The interior is very tight, however. I am 6'1". I'm used to driving a little bit longer wheelbase cars. This is a luxury sports sedan as they market it, but I think it's more of a compact sedan, especially if I am putting my seat all the way back. There's barely going to be any leg room for the person behind me. So coming up to a stop sign, I'll go ahead and shift it into sport mode here, and we'll see how this 3.5 liter V6 accelerates 0 to 60. It's claimed to be mid 5 seconds for its 0 to 60 time. Traction control is on. A little bit of wheel spin. There's 60. So it's decently fast. It really is at 311 horsepower. I am not let down whatsoever. Gripping this steering wheel, it feels nice, but it's also very chunky in the center here. I like to kind of do the claw grip when I am driving vehicles, and right where I like to do that, it's a little bit too thick for me. Other people might like it. Other than that, with this vehicle, the fit and the finish is super nice. There's some nice texturing on the door panels, texturing where you would roll your windows up and down. Beautiful red interior. It's like blood red. Even down by your feet, the materials are very nice and soft as well. So good job to Lexus for that. This is a 2021 model. However, the front fascia and a lot of the goodies in the vehicle are going to be the same as the 2023 model. So sitting at about $45,000 MSRP before any sort of dealer markup or anything like that, would you buy this vehicle? I think for me personally, I would rather have a Model 3, perhaps a Model Y. That's probably going to be a little bit above what this would cost. However, there are other options as well from Mercedes and Audi, especially considering speed, price, and all of the fit and finish items in the vehicle. Other than that, commuting with this vehicle in normal mode or eco mode, very comfortable. I can see normal families renting this vehicle or buying this vehicle. just to go from point A to point B with no issues whatsoever. I will say as well, cornering in this vehicle is very nice. It is only about 3,900 pounds, so that is to be expected. It is the F Sport model as well, pretty low to the ground, so body roll is very minimal as well. So overall, this is a very nice car. If you're looking to get one of these, check out the used options probably before the new ones. You'll be paying a lot more for a new vehicle. Might be pretty obvious. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Throttle Only. Peace.